Day 2 of the National Siracarco Raceway, sponsored by LiTech Systems. We've just seen the completion of the Formula V category 1200 class. I'm with the third place getter, Myles Lockett from Lockett Family Racing. Myles, how did the race go for you in your mind?
The race was actually really good. Got a very good start off the line. Managed to get underneath Andrew into turn 1, and then just settled into the back behind Stephen Butcher, Dave Campbell, and also Jonathan Scarey. And from then on, it was pretty much just an outright war for the 12 minutes. It was great.
And the car handled it well. So the conditions here over the weekend have been absolutely sensational, haven't they, for racing?
Yeah, fabulous for these cars. A little bit lower temperatures actually makes these cars generate a bit more horsepower. When it gets a little bit hotter, the cars tend to run too hot, so therefore losing power, because these are an air-cooled engine. So having these sort of temperatures and the wind, it makes for really fast lap times. As we're sort of seeing across both classes, we're pretty much right down to fairly close to lap record pace.
So from the two races yesterday, have you had to tweak the vehicle at all regarding today's race, or are you pretty happy with the way it's responded for all the races this weekend?
So far, actually, the car's been really good. Pretty much as I've rolled it off the trailer, I haven't really had to do anything. The car feels good. As I said, it's got the pace. The only probably thing it doesn't have is the top end to over the top of the hill to try and make a move into turn 7. But that's pretty much the only thing with these cars, because they're so close. It's only just a minimal margin. So I feel I've got the same amount of pace as what Jonathan Scarey and David Campbell and Stephen Butcher have got. It's really, again, just a case of game of chess, I suppose, during the race. And then it really just comes down to that final lap to try and jockey for positions to try and greet that checkered flag first.
That's what the Formula V category is all about. It's not really about the vehicle. Everybody expecting the vehicle to be at its premium. It's really about the driving skills, and especially everybody keeps talking about that 7th turn up on the hill.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, pretty much if you've got any car can win a race when it comes to Formula V, whether it be a car that was built in the 1980s or a car that was built in 2012, 2013. So it really just comes down to, one, having a good motor. That's definitely a key. But also set up, balance of the car, make sure the car's not too understeery, too oversteery, and it's got good drive out of the corners. And then once you get all that set up, you pretty much don't need to do much with the car over the course of the weekend. It's just a case of checking the tyre pressures when you come in, fill the car up with a bit more fuel, and then get ready to go for the next one.
Now, you started racing in 2002, but now it's the Lockett family. So tell me about the fact that your son's now joined the ranks, and the pair of you are out there racing on weekends, which is just a fantastic thing, isn't it? Really, you must be very proud.
Very much so. I started racing in 2002, as you said. My son was only 3 at the time. So, and we've actually got photographs of Andrew when he was a little toddler next to my first race car, which is still actually competing here today. It's up with Campbell Gow. So, and during the years, I've had a number of different cars, 1200s, 1600s. I've gone back to the 1200s now because it's a little bit more cost effective than a 1600. Come to 2018, I'd sort of achieved what I wanted to achieve in the car, and Andrew had just finished school, so I said, righto, you can go get your licence and jump in my car. So over the next few years, he got quicker and quicker. 2020, he won his first state title, which was fabulous. 2021, he continued in the car. Then 2022, I went, righto, time for you to get out. I want to get back in again and have some fun. But then we thought, right, let's go and try and find another car for him, because obviously he's a little bit bigger than me, so he was sort of outgrowing my car. So we found a car that had been sitting around for quite some time. We bought that in 2002. It had to have a full rebuild because we actually found some really nasty stuff in the chassis. But it went to AJ Motorsport. Anthony Lees, what a legend. He totally stripped the car down, rebuilt it back up, and as soon as he got back on the track, he was right on the pace. And he's won multiple plates in that car as well. But just to be able to get out there, race side by side with my son. Qualifying yesterday, he beat me by 2 100ths. Race 1 yesterday, he beat me by 2 100ths. Race 3 this morning, I had the measure of him. Race 2, this morning. I had the measure of him, but he's got an issue with the brakes, which we're trying to sort out now. But once we get that sorted, he'll be right on the pace and snapping my heels. And, yes, there's a little bit of family rivalry. We both want to beat each other, but at the same time, we want to make sure we take this cup home.
He's giving you a nudge. There's no doubt about it, Myles.
Absolutely. I mean, he can drive. He can drive. I mean, that's one thing I'm being really proud with him. As soon as he got in the car, he was fast, he was smooth. He's a thinker. He knows where to position the car. He doesn't want to dive bomb anybody. He'll only make the move if it's safe to do so. Look, we don't want to tear cars up. We want to just get out there, have a great race, come into the pits, tell some jokes, pat each other on the back. At the end of the day, go up to McCracken House, have a couple of beers and tell some lies. That's what Formula V is all about.
Mate, congratulations! It's great to see a WA driver actually get a place in the finals, which is great. And you got another race today. Wish you luck for that, and best of luck to the family consortium.
Yeah, the big final this afternoon. I'll be off P4, I think. Andrew will be off P5, going basically on the accumulative points. So look, let's hope we can at least a WA competitor, because to be honest, the national title in the 1200s hasn't been won by a 1200 a WA competitor since 2011. So it's been a long time between drinks since a WA driver has actually held the #1 national challenge plate. So fingers crossed, one of us can do it today.
I wish you luck, mate. Let's hope that dream comes true. It's great to meet you.
Good on you.
All the best. Thanks, Eves.